Welcome all. Today I'm taking you through my journey of giving this nightstand a little longer life. As you can see, there are veneer peeling off and a lot of dings on it, but still the door slides fine and sturdy. First thing first, I gave it a good clean off camera and started filling the damages with wood filler. After the wood filler dried, I smoothed it with sandpaper and cleaned it again to remove any dust. I primed the nightstands with 2 coats of Bin 2 by Zinsser. This was the first time I tried it since it was cheaper than Ben shellac, but I should say that this has a very strong smell. Even after the primer dried, it was still smelling. So I let the primer dry overnight and then it was time to paint. I used a bright red color called Poppy by Country Chic paint. Since I used a white primer, it was a little difficult to get the coverage that I wanted. It took me about 2.5 coats of paint. Now, to give a little more dimension, I wanted to try the rag method I saw in Kacha's video. I'll give the link in the description. Basically, all you do is give light coat of second color and dab the paint off with a dry rag or a cotton t-shirt. For me, it was easy when the paint was watered down. So I mixed a little bit of water with the paint and then applied it. Once the whole area you're working with is covered, you just take a rag and then start dabbing. And you could apply more water to take off more. I just repeated the same process on the entire nightstand. So here is with one color, and then after I layered the complete nightstand. Now it was time to add some raised stencils. To make the stencil paste, I mixed up some baking soda with black paint. As you can see, the consistency is pretty thick. It should not be runny. I love raised stencils, but I do not want to buy that expensive stencil paste for that. I have another dresser which I did raised stencils like this way, and it is still holding up fine after 1 year. It took me a while to finish stenciling these drawers since I was using a small stencil, so every time I had to wait for it to dry and then clean the stencil in between. So it was 3 times per drawer. I can save a lot of time if I was using a larger stencil, but sometimes it's hard to find the stencils that I'm looking for in large size. Once everything dried, I scuff sanded the raised stencil to smooth out any rough or sharp edges. Now it's time for the last step in the process, so I used clear wax by Country Chic to finish this. I used a wax brush from Home Depot to apply this wax. I applied it and waited for some time before I buffed the excess. That is all. We are done giving a new life to this nightstand. To remind you, this is what we have started with, and this is what we have right now. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.